slam the door shut, you can have this sort of effect. You can maintain a certain amount of anger.
These are all just silver painted plastic. The cables for my accelerator pedal is laughably out of proportion to what this car is. Welcome, this is a Genesis GV60 Sport Plus, and this isn't going to be the most glowing review. I've been very kindly given this car for the last week by Genesis, and thank you Genesis, do appreciate it. But I've got to keep reviews honest and transparent. They have to be, so I can't be super nice and nicey, because there's quite a lot of things I disagree about with this car. So in the nicest possible way, I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions of this in this video. And I don't like doing sort of negative stuff, especially on social media. I tend to, you know, I'll try and keep things positive, and I always tend to sort of go along the lines of, if you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything at all, that kind of stuff. But when we do reviews, it does have to be transparent and honest. And look, it is just my opinion, but the Genesis GV60, thank you for the loan, but I really disagree with it in a number of ways. So I'm going to cover off firstly the good points, and then I'm just going to get into some of the negative points. Probably get a couple of colleagues in as well, just to see if it's just me or not. But this is a Genesis GV60 Sport Plus. Now, we contacted Genesis and they sent us this car. Thank you very much. There's a slightly newer version of the GV60 coming out. There's also a newer version of the GV70, which is now out or coming out. And so that's what I was hoping to get. However, this isn't. This is a year old. This is the Sport Plus, so it is the fast version. I believe it's 490 horsepower. It's very quick indeed. It does drive quite nice, obviously quick, and steering's nice, and it's got a very comfortable ride. What else is good? I like these alloy wheels. They are some nice alloy wheels, absolutely they are. So very pretty, I like them. I also like the reversing lights actually, so come to the back here. I'm looking, it's a very simple review video. The reversing lights, it's got nice bright reversing lights each side at the back, and they're very bright, so when it's dark at night, they properly light up the area behind you. Something most cars don't do. So they've probably got the best reversing lights of any car I've ever driven. So the wheels are nice, reversing lights are good, and it's quite nice to drive. But it sort of ends there really for me, because, and bear in mind the whole time we're talking about this car and I'm pointing things out, the recommended retail price for this car new in this spec, as you're looking at today, is £75,000. And it just... it's laughably out of proportion to what this car is. So you may or may not know this also shares a platform with the Hyundai Ioniq 5. The brand Genesis is the premium brand of Hyundai, so Hyundai, whatever. So this is the premium, and this is costing £75,000, but underneath is much the same as the Ioniq 5. It starts at the back. This is kind of like this creaky rear spoiler thing on the back here. It doesn't really have a rear bumper, so if you get bumped in the car park, it's going to go straight onto this panel work, although that's becoming a bit of a trend here. I'm not especially a fan of the looks, but that's subjective, so I'm not going to count that as too much of a thing. Opening up the tailgate here reveals, for a kind of fairly big SUV type car, quite a shallow load area. And instantly, we've got this kind of nice Alcantara material here, but then we've got super hard plastics. I mean, super hard, scratchy plastics like you'd see maybe in the back of a van or something. There's a little bit of storage under here for some cables. It's got vehicle to load outputs. There's an adapter for that there. And the seats, of course, fold down. But for a reasonable sized car, though it's got a wide boot area, it's quite shallow and not the biggest area. It's okay. It's okay. Right, follow me around. And I'll point out a few things. We've got these kind of door handles that pop out. Okay, the pop out's nice, but you can literally see where there's two bits kind of molded and put together, I think. So that instantly doesn't feel very good quality to me. Again, in here, we're presented with some very hard plastics in here. Come down to the pedal. Look at that. Straight away, I'm looking at the cables for my accelerator pedal in a £75,000 car. I don't think that's particularly acceptable. So I'll go inside in a second and cover off a few more bits and pieces. Coming round, I like the LED lights in here. They come on as running lights, and you've got a couple of main headlights, so the look of them's okay. It's quite a kind of wide-looking car. I kind of try and do like a bit of a Bentley badge, so kind of Bentley-esque, but it's definitely not a Bentley. it's okay in terms of looks in the front, but as I say, that's a bit subjective. But coming to the passenger side, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the interior. So I'm going to get a couple of my colleagues in here to kind of also comment in a minute to see it's just not just me, but the general feeling here is it's trying to be premium. We've got this material on the roof liner. There's lots of kind of silver plastic. So these bits of silver you see are not knurled aluminium knobs. These are all just silver painted plastic. So it's this kind of fake premium thing. It doesn't really feel premium. I mean, this actually just moves around quite a bit. There's just quite a lot I'm not really getting in here. So I think I'll switch now to get my colleagues in here. And I don't want to just sort of seem like I'm just sitting there moaning about stuff for no reason. I mean, at the end of the day, it'd be nice to get more press cars, and it would be nice to get new models as they come out and have a good relationship with Genesis. I'm sure I'm shooting myself straight in the foot with this, but maybe it can be taken constructively. But I've got to be real. And look, again, I will reiterate, it's just my opinion, but from this lime stitching, which was an extra, to the fake plastic silver, to the general feel and look in here for a £75,000 car, I just don't think it's justified at all. So, right, let me get my colleagues in, because I don't want it to just be me moaning in case I'm just in a bad mood today.
Move quick, Lewis.
Yeah, that's all right, well, thanks for joining me, guys. So I've got Joe, there's Lewis behind me there, Tom in the car, because I didn't want to sort of seem like I'm being overcritical at this. So if it's just me, correct me. So I've talked a bit about, it's actually quite nice to drive. I don't mind it. It's quite smooth and quite quick. I quite like the steering. But in here, I'm not so comfortable. Number one, should we just talk about this kind of luminous kind of pipe work? Is that there's no optional extra, I believe, Tom, is that correct?
I believe so. It's extra, yeah.
So we've got these kind of, is this jazzing it up, or is this just,
What's
I
it
don't know,
for?
it's sort of like it runs along here and here. So I'm not really sort of digging this sort of dark blue with that.
I mean, obviously you can option it. You don't have to have it, do you?
I presume not, no.
So, but why would you is the question.
Matches the brake colour.
Would you, as a passenger, Joe, sort of appreciate the fact that the kids could just mess around with your seat?
Yeah, that would probably add a lot to the journey for me. I mean, you get comfy. What you want is someone to disrupt that for you so you don't fall asleep, or you can maintain a certain amount of anger, which is what I like to do,
There's a shortcut button to sort of recline it as well.
Okay.
Does that work when there's somebody, and then you press it once, it usually confirms on there, you've got confirms no one behind, but if someone's behind, it doesn't work. They thought of that.
Oh.
And they thought, I know, we can't activate the quick recline thing. But unlike an Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 5 recline has the leg thing that comes up. Yeah.
No, so this is what's happening now. I'm getting adjusted now, and I don't want to be.
So, unlike an Ioniq 5, this has got this separate heater panel here, right? Okay, that's okay. You don't get that in the Ioniq 5.
No.
Couple of things with this. One is it's not all about heating, because you have the sort of shortcut buttons here, but there's a button here to press for heat if you want heat.
Huh?
Quite, because I like climate control, auto, and just set a temperature. Why is there a heat button as well? Do I have to push that if I want to heat or not heat? Like, what's it there for? If I want 20, just put it at 20 degrees. That's all I want.
Well, I guess the debate is that hot or cold 20 degrees.
I don't know.
Let's press.
So why is the button there? I don't get it. Right. They've added these sort of stock photo things, but to me this just looks a bit stock photo-y.
It absolutely doesn't look like Hyundai. Who makes this car? Sorry, Genesis.
Yes.
It doesn't look like Genesis have gone. I mean, look at that. That looks like some out of off your old Windows.
It is.
Oh,
it's Shutterstock stuff, and
it is, isn't it?
When you actually try and use the menu thing,
look, a light bulb. Oh, cool.
I just don't like using it. It's just rubbish.
No.
Right. Then the map thing. Okay, so if you were in a BMW from 15, 20 years ago, you've got pretty similar kind of quality of mapping, I think. So I don't think... I've always criticised the kind of Hyundai Kia like menu system, navigation, the quality of graphics.
Very clunky.
It honestly isn't my thing.
But we were talking a minute ago about the fact that the touchscreen has got... It's a touchscreen, but then you've got buttons down here to control it, buttons here to control the touchscreen.
So you can do that. Yeah.
That to control the touchscreen.
You can do it with this. Yeah, I quite like having in the BMWs like having an iDrive controller, so you don't always have to use the touchscreen, which I can't quite reach unless I lean forward a bit.
That's why
I quite like having
kids.
That.
Can you move me forward because I want to use the touchscreen? That's what it's for. There we go. That's enough forward. I've got a slip disc.
My seat doesn't move from that. Joe, you described this as a shower head.
Yeah, shower head. So you can, if it's hot in the car, you just take that off. Shower yourself, soap yourself.
What happens when you slam the door shut, Joe?
Oh, well, I haven't quite set this up yet, but if you slam the door shut, you can have this sort of effect. But, the shower
that
head
popped off, which is now down here somewhere. Yeah.
But, I mean, and I don't know what it's for. I know that on the other side of the car you've got the mirror controls, yeah. But to blank it off, sort of like the kind of, they've put this which looks like a speaker or it just looks like a shower head,
and it just falls off,
and it just can undo, and it's just weird.
What they're trying to do here is have loads of silver plastic to sort of have like a premium type feel. Silver plastic does not make it a premium feeling car. This is just plastic. That's just plastic. This is all just plastic. It's not knurled aluminium. This is not a Bentley.
No, it really
or even
isn't.
a TVR.
It's not even.
No. You know, even these nice metal door handles. They're not. They're just. That feels like the cheapest thing ever.
Do you know what it's like?
A Volvo EX30 has got lovely little cast aluminium handles.
Like a Fisher Price car. Yeah, it's kids plasticky type.
Oh, this moves quite a lot, by the way.
Oh, good. That's handy.
And I noticed
does it do that thing where it moves backwards and forwards?
It doesn't have a padded thing like.
Does it do that? Is this one of those ones?
No.
Doesn't it? I thought it did.
No, it's just flex.
It doesn't have a padded thing.
Oh, look here. This is convenient. I think I'll use this little pocket down here. It's like a little. I can just dislocate my elbow. Okay, there's a thing down here. Hold on. Where did you put my wallet, darling? Oh, it's down here. Oh, here's it. Yeah, just move the seat up. Yeah, perfect. That's useful. The little cargo net, and there's another pocket down here as well.
Is that really good for like a reverse elbow?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, this
it just sounds like we are roasting it, and well, we are.
Yeah, a bit.
But is it unjust? You know, and we're not just doing this. I'm not being unreasonable, am I? In sitting in here really moaning about it, or am I?
Let's be fair. You are, given the chance, you are like ultimate moaner. But I'm afraid you're right. There's just got a feel of it, which is, it's not as premium as it wants to be.
There's one good point, and that is down here. There's a 3-pin sort of socket. So if you want to charge something more than USB,
it's quite uncomfortable. I think for people. Not uncomfortable, but there's nowhere to put your feet. You can't get under a seat.
It doesn't seem
then you have to put your legs up like this, and
it doesn't seem as spacious as another similar vehicle, the Ioniq 5. It doesn't seem as spacious as that.
It should be pretty similar, but and I always thought that's kind of wide. But like you're both, I mean, we're all apart from Joe, very tall. But your knees are sitting quite high up, aren't they? This material up here is quite nice. Premium. I quite like those, so the blinds kind of close up like that. This doesn't open, by the way. This is just a bit of glass roof.
Right. Oh, so that's just sort of like a.
It's just a blind, doesn't open.
Oh, okay. All the other switches have got this silver over the top stuff, and then they've got something here that looks like it came out of a box of Lego. Just there.
And so,
sorry to be mean about the car.
It's a shame. I don't like sort of doing negative stuff, really. I was especially sort of on the internet, keep it positive. But it just doesn't come together. It doesn't feel like the recommended retail price in this car is 75,000.
This example.
Yeah, this example and its spec. Yeah,
this spec is 75.
Is it? Yeah. But it was extra to have this fluorescent piping
stuff.
So if I was considering...
I think I'd struggle to spend that kind of money on this. Really, I would.
Yeah.
There's other...
An Ioniq 5N...
Yeah, is cheaper.
I think and actually feels better inside, I'd say.
BMW iX.
But what you could do is have a Tesla Model 3 standard range and a Renault 5.
Cool garage. Yeah. And you could have a green Renault 5 with green stuff on it if you really like green.
It's a shame, isn't it? But I'm just struggled to find a lot of positives. I have covered a couple. The reversing lights are good. It's got actually 2 reversing lights, and they're proper in the dark. They'd actually light up.
Okay.
The reversing lights are good, and look, it's quite pleasant to drive. Steering and ride comfort's quite good.
So that you can look back on the bad decision you made.
On a longer journey, I didn't find the efficiency particularly good. The real world range is about 240 miles. I found the seat base is quite hard. It's not squishy, is it?
I don't know.
But there's also there's not really any side bolsters, so you slide out the seat. The ventilated seats, right? So they're good. They come through cold very quickly, but then you think, oh, that's actually a bit much. It feels like I'm weaning myself. So you turn it down. You go, that doesn't make much difference. And you turn it down again. You go, no, it's still too cold.
Okay. you might get frostbite on some bits.
Well, it just doesn't. It just isn't like modulated well enough. I just, I'm struggling here. So if it's just me, then say so now.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, there was an agreement. It's not really that good.
At least we're open. At least we're honest.
have to be honest about it, and it's not because we're Tesla fanboys, not because we're anything. This, if it was a 29,999 new and you got this interior, I'd probably say, well, it's all right.
The Renault 5 interior.
But the Renault 5 interior feels better quality.
It's just cooler and nicer.
And it's cooler and nicer.
It just hangs together. That's what it is, you know. It just doesn't, the design language, it doesn't have it doesn't hang together. It doesn't have it just looks like a lot of bits that someone's gone, yeah, well, these are just...
I think somebody got the centre console.
Yeah, it's like a
somebody got this, somebody got that, and none of it comes together. Somebody did the steering wheel.
Oh, let's control the screen from the steering wheel. No, well, I've already done it on the centre console.
I've done that,
I did it on this bit. Well, we've done it on the... Oh, well, we can control it from everywhere.
Well, I want to make it seem sporty, so there's a boost button.
You can't. There's not enough battery to boost it. So, sorry.
Yeah. All right, well, we're nearly wrapped up with that review then.
Yeah,
cool, thanks for watching.
Go back to the next video.
Ladies.
Okay, so let's wrap this up a little bit then. And again, I know it seems just a bit negative. We're not trying to do it for dramatic effect at all. You see that with my colleagues as well. Like we want to find lots of positive about it. And when it first turned up, you know, you can kind of like it because it's, you know, it's quite a bit different. It's premium, but you then kind of the longer you're with it, the more you feel it isn't that premium. And its plus points, it drives quite nicely. It's fast. I like the steering actually. It's good body control. It's comfortable, it's refined, that's all good. And that's a plus point, I quite like that. I like the wheels as well. But as far as package goes, at a price of £75,000 recommended, I just don't see any of the quality there. It just doesn't come together. We do here get to drive all sorts of different cars on a daily basis. And the reality is, if you get inside a new Renault 5, Volvo EX30, even the new Tesla Model 3s and Ys, the quality is there. It is much better than this. Like, and it just feels like a sort of fake cheap copy, but it's not cheap. It's not 25,000 or 30,000 €. It's £75,000. So if you own one, don't be offended. If you're looking to buy one, have a look at what else in the market. In reality, I'd probably rather save a lot of money, buy something. Skoda Enyaq is a good family SUV. The new Tesla Model Y revision is even better. Used market Model Y is a third of the price of this. Honestly, there's other options out there which I do think are better, I'm afraid. So that's it from me for this video. So thank you for watching. Sorry for a negative one, but I'll make the next video a bit more positive. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one soon.